Dear Mercedes-Benz and BMW, if you're watching this now, it means the new generation Audi Q5 has arrived. Your Benz GLC and your Beamer X3 are excellent, but I'm afraid the type of success and popularity they've enjoyed over the past couple of years could be over. How do I know this? How is it that I can see into the future? Because I've just driven the second generation Audi Q5. I'm going to go for another drive in a second and I'll take you around and give you a chat. But first things first, what's new? That grille. Audi says it's more 3D. These headlights, they've been redesigned too. Audi thinks you can see a little Q in the headlights. What else has changed? The length of the car. It's now 34 millimeters longer. The wheelbase is 12 millimeters longer, and that means more legroom in the back. I'm 191 centimeters. That's tall for a human being. This seat's in my driving position and I have that much room, a whole hand's amount of room. There's more room in the boot. The boot is 550 litres. That's 10 more litres bigger than the last one. It fits all our bags. Another design thing. This line here, you may have seen this before on an Audi A5. Now it's on the Audi Q5. It's called a tornado line and it looks very, very sexy. Also on the A5 is this concave panel down here. Also quite sexy. But what's it like to drive? Let's find out. The Q5 we're in here is the limited launch edition called the S-Line Black, and it comes with special features like that colour, which looks like the same stuff they paint warships in. It's called Quantum Grey. There's the S-Line body kit, those 20-inch alloy wheels, sports suspension, that shiny bit there, and tinted glass in the back. Inside there's premium leather and a sliding back row. Okay, so what do you need to know? Well, what you do need to know is that there are 4 different types of Audi Q5. You've got the design grade, and the design grade only comes as a diesel. And then above the design grade, you've got the sport grade, and that comes as a petrol and a diesel. They're all turbo 4s. Then above that, you've got the SQ5, which is a turbocharged V6, and that is the performance model of the Q5 range. The S-Line comes with the 4-cylinder petrol, which we're in here, or a diesel engine, but there's no increase in grunt. The new Q5's cabin feels exceptionally well crafted, even on the entry grade cars. The interior is larger too, with more shoulder and headroom. All Q5s come with a 7-inch screen, apart from the SQ5, that gets an 8.3-inch screen. I'm not a fan of the way it sits up there, and the reversing image is pretty tiny. They all get 3-zone climate control too, and leather seats. Stepping up to the sport grade adds that awesome 12.3-inch virtual cockpit. You also get LED headlights, which we found to be far better than the Xenons on the base grade. The SQ5 gets all of that too, plus auto parking, a 360 view camera, and this flat bottom steering wheel, which seems to fit my hands perfectly. Okay, so what's it like to drive? Well, again, yes, look, the S-Line Black, which we're in at the moment, has been pretty impressive. The cabin is so quiet. Road noise is absolutely minimal. Engine noise is, well, it's a petrol engine, so it's not going to make too much noise anyway. Acceleration is really impressive. 185 kilowatts, that's plenty. That's, you know, V8s used to make that 20 years ago. Handling, very good. Sports suspension, it is a bit firm, but you know, you make the firm compromise to have good handling. Lose a little bit of comfort, but not too much. There is a comfort setting in the adaptive dampers that does help things a little bit. Steering is absolutely spot on. I love the steering. Audi steering in previous generations, it used to be quite artificial feeling and a little bit too light. This is weighted better. It's more accurate. I really do like it.
This second-gen SUV sits on a new platform, and every Q5 has Audi's Quattro all-wheel drive system, but it's not full-time anymore. Audi calls it, wait for it, Quattro Ultra, and it'll switch from front to all-wheel drive when it needs to, and that means better fuel efficiency. The SQ5 sticks with full-time all-wheel drive.
So there you have it. BMW, Benz, you've been warned. Everybody else, you've now got a brilliant alternative to the GLC and the X3. Its looks, its engines, its cabin, the new Q5 is outstanding. And if you want to read the full review, click on this little guy right here. Oh, and subscribe. That way you can stay on top of all our latest videos.